America was affected by Germany by involving themselves in their problems in the 1930s and 40s. German immigrants created youth camps to teach Nazi ways. Nazis in the homeland wanted to awaken the blood tides to spread the word of Nazism. Months after Hitler came into power, Nazi groups in the U.S. formed the Friends of the New Germany. This caused friction between Germany and the U.S. In 1936, the Friends of the New Germany became the German American Bund, a group solely made of American citizens of German descent. They copied German ways and ideas such as the Close War and how they separated their territory. They considered themselves to be loyal Americans who were protecting it from the Jews and the black influences. Americans had mixed feelings when it came to Germany. Some were glad that America was neutral in Europe, but some were glad of German revival. Many felt uneasy when it came to Hitler and his policies.
Spain also was affected by Hitler. Spain went through a civil war, and Germany backed one side, and the Allies backed another. Germany helped Spain get and use new weapons, which caused great horrors to the opposing side. The communist side eventually took over the losing side, or cause. America helped the Republican side, who were against the newly communist side. Although Spain was neutral in the war, they had soldiers volunteer to help Germany and the other Axis powers.
Britain's reaction to Hitler was that after World War I, it suffered an economic loss. The nation lost money and resources due to the war, and unemployment was high. Germany's debt contributed to the Depression as well as the Great Depression. The British Union of Fascists entered the country and quickly gained popularity. They looked to Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy for inspiration. Jews trying to escape Germany hoped to find refuge in Britain, but they were reluctant in letting Jews in. When Germany launched the Kristallnacht, thousands of Jews flocked to Britain, most of which were children.
Hitler affected France in a strong way. Very much like Britain, France suffered a depression due to many things, including Germany's unstable economy. Due to the depression, people wanted to form a new type of government. They turned to new ideas, including communism. Radicals wanted to form a new kind of government, but the government in power wanted to stop the radicals. The government at the time blamed Hitler for the radicals at home. In September of 1939, France declared war on Germany.
America was affected by Italy in a good way, but then it took a turn for the bad side. Some Americans saw Mussolini as a great man of his time and of the ages. His power and authority had many points that were in common with men. Franklin D. Roosevelt himself admired the leader. He was deeply impressed with what he had accomplished. American businessmen praised him as well. They said fascism was good and it might help the U.S. get out of its depression. But the attitude toward him cooled as Italy's military subjugation in Ethiopia. It became even worse when Italy and Germany became allies and declared war on France. America felt like it was stabbed.
Mussolini also affected Britain at the time. British Prime Minister Churchill also admired Mussolini and his ideas that helped Italy. Churchill approved Mussolini's ideas that helped industry and agriculture, as well as him ending unemployment. But when Mussolini befriended Hitler and accepted many ideas that England opposed, Churchill soon hated the leader. Churchill eventually ordered the army to assassinate Mussolini to stop his horror spread.
Fascism became very popular during the Depression in France. Many people wanted France to become more fascist like Italy and have a ruler like Mussolini. However, many people were against this. Riots and revolts occurred between the two groups. People soon blamed Mussolini and his ideas for this. Things even got worse as time went on, but soon stopped when Mussolini declared war on France in 1940.
America's reaction to the Soviet Union was that America feared the Russian Revolution and the fact that it might spread to the homeland. This fear was called the Red Scare. Americans feared radicals and Bolshevik leaders. The U.S. refused to recognize the government in the Soviet Union after the Bolsheviks took control. The U.S. and Soviet Union did not trust one another, which caused many conflicts, until the two became allies due to Stalin's decision to sign a non-aggression pact with Germany.
Even Stalin made a deep impact on Britain. Along with the United States, the English feared communism and radicals. They broke all relations with the Soviet Union so the revolution wouldn't reach home. They thought that the revolutions that happened would spread. Stalin didn't really have a huge effect on Britain until they joined forces in the war along with the United States.
Stalin's totalitarianism state weren't a huge problem or threat to the French. France mostly ignored the Soviets and their government, but as Hitler and his army grew stronger and the war broke out, the two quickly became allies.